Hey guys, I'm Steve and welcome back to the channel where we talk about the joys of stock market investing, long-term dividend gain, and oftentimes trendy topics. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit the subscribe button, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, I welcome you back. Guys, listen, I don't think, and this is just my honest opinion, where I'm almost sure that the accused killer of Shanquella Robinson, Miss Daejanae Jackson, is not arrested. And I'm going to give you a couple of points of why I think that. And I think a lot of stories that you see right now are false. And let me just get into it real quick. Number one is this. This case has national coverage. Now, we've seen a lot of people announce, hey, that they caught her, on a lot of YouTube videos. And shout out to people that are breaking the story if it is true. But in all honesty, I think it's false. Reason why I say it's false is, number one, national coverage. This story has national coverage. So a lot of people are outraged. They had a GoFundMe. I mean, this one really doesn't care about anything. They interviewed the parents and said their side of what was happening. This made, I don't even know if it made international. I mean, it made international, but I mean, news, but I don't know if it made world news. But as heinous as the crime is, there's 6 people involved, and the first one is arrested, supposedly. But as I said, I don't believe it, and this is why. The FBI said they were involved, right? And other law enforcement. This got national coverage. This is the first point. It got national coverage. The only thing I've seen, looking up the story on YouTube and in the news, is that they issued arrest warrants in Mexico and they're looking for her in America. The latest turn of events, it just said Mexican authorities want to bring her over there and charge her with femicide, and FBI was involved in the search for these people. If she was arrested, as somebody being arrested before, if she was arrested, you would see her in cuffs because it would show that justice was served. You know how the media works, guys. There's no video anywhere of her with an orange suit on or a white suit, whatever they wear, where she lives in Charlotte or whatever, in jail or at her arraignment with handcuffs on, or her being taken into custody. So it raises a question with me, and that's the biggest thing. The case made national news. They would have that. That would be covered because it's a criminal that made national news being caught. That's the first thing. Second thing is this. I highly question the Interpol arrest in America, and this is why. Interpol is like an international organization like the FBI, but they're not greater than FBI in America. For them to work in America, looking for somebody, they got to get U.S. authorization to do that. This is not like a Mission Impossible where Interpol just pops up, and shows the thing and they have authority over everything. It doesn't work like that in the States, guys. The FBI would find her before Interpol did, if Interpol was allowed to investigate and search for her. The only way Interpol would get her is if she was in a neighboring country. It would not be in the United States. That's the second thing. Another thing is this. Now, we all know the situation with her and what she did to Miss Shanquella, right? But she wasn't the only person that asked. Supposedly there's a second video, which I don't know about. I don't, until the facts come out, we don't know, where somebody else did something to her. Supposedly, even I reported this. She was beat on by more than one person. As heinous as the crime was, at least one of these people would be arrested already. Because I'm going to tell you something. As somebody that has been in a FBI investigation before, it ain't no way you can't find all 6 of them people at one time. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people listening to the conversations, a lot of them think they ain't did nothing wrong. And they have to go on with their daily lives because I'm sure they have jobs. So it's got to be somebody would get caught, and they would grab them up and see how they could get to her. somebody would be questioned by now. And that's one of the things, like, you know, that takes away from the story and what happened to this young lady, as sad as it is. You know, the situation with Daejanae, you would see her in cuffs. I think they all in hiding, honestly, you know, and eventually it'll turn up. But I will say this real quick before I end this video. If she's arrested, right, she better hope she stays in the States. Because if you go over there to Mexico, the way they run their convictions and court is totally different. And the prisons are like night and day than over here. You know, over there, if you get locked up, the judge and everything acts on it. It's no jury. The judge acts. You know, the same day. Hey, you in here because of such and such. Femicide. Yeah, you in here for femicide. I didn't do it. The video say you did. I didn't kill her. Well, who did? Now you got to tell on somebody else. Because there's only a certain amount of people in the room. Because they all been talking about it. And then the reasons, from my understanding of why she killed the girl, is like asinine at best. Oh, she got drunk and she was talking reckless. Talking reckless. So you knew she was drunk. And she said a bunch of stuff that a lot of people that drink do. And all of a sudden, you waited till she got sober to attack her while she was naked. Looks bad on you, man. Looks real bad on you. Either way, I don't think there's no Interpol arrest. And I don't think this child is arrested right now as of such. Now, I may be wrong. Guys, if you could, leave me a comment. If you got a link where they showing her in handcuffs and there's not no Photoshop fakeness, you know, or it's a story where they got her in handcuffs with police officers walking, you know, under the guise of this case, then I believe you. But right now, ain't no follow-up on the story after if you look anywhere, it's no follow-up on the story or no leads on the story after they said Mexican authorities looking for it. You know, so, I mean, I didn't see anything with Interpol. I've been looking. And I don't know where these stories have came from. I mean, it might be true. But, I mean, honestly, me talking to you, listeners that listen to me, I'm being honest with you. I ain't seen nothing. So, I'm not saying they're false, but it's a high likely this girl is not in custody. You know, justice will be served sooner or later. You know, but I mean, we just have to wait. It's a waiting game. But as always, guys, man, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. You think she's arrested, or is it this whole story seem fishy? You know how the criminal justice system works. You know how the media work. We would have seen her in handcuffs already, guys. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you believe she's arrested or not. I mean, I may be wrong. And it's like, you know, shout out to everybody that covered the story. I'm not trying to trash nobody. You know, let's get that straight. But I mean, me personally, you got to convince me. But as always, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for spending time with me. Live, learn, and laugh. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.